All right, Shalom. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halom Yamlah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Recha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. It's your brother Isaiah with the Pittsburgh GMS camp. Coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Recha HaKodash. Lord, winning this lesson is edifying. Shabbat Shalom. All right. And Yahweh Shem Barakatam to the elect. Wa'ahabatam. Okay, so I want to do this lesson real quick. It's a land back through the spirit. I don't have any precepts pulled up. Well, I do. Salaki, I do have one that came to mind, but it's a land back. And I'm gonna go as the spirit feeds me. You know, I was getting sleepy as I was trying to gather the precepts, so I'm gonna just feed you as the spirit feeds me. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. So I watched the brother Danyala's video, okay, as it's called Death by Convenience. I believe that was the title. Recent video he just posted up. And I'm doing the land back, okay? Or I believe it said Destruction by Convenience. You know, and then the brother was just going into the Apple Pay system and the convenience thereof, you know, which I tend to find myself using that system as well. I mean, I used it today, you know, and it's quite an often occurrence when we have money and we go shopping, you know, myself in particular, if they accept Apple Pay, I tend to do the card and Apple Pay, you know what I'm saying, back and forth. But, you know, if I feel like I'm, you know, holding up the line, trying to get out my wallet and get my card, I'll definitely usually swipe the Apple Pay just for convenience. So, and I think there's even shortcuts built into your phone by default. I think when you double tap the home button, it typically pulls up the Apple Wallet. I've changed my settings, but I think that's what it used to do. Certain things you can do to pull it up. So, you know, as the brother was going into, and as we know, okay, E is going to use this, okay, tactic to deceive a lot of people. Now, you know, I have this precept pulled up, and as we like to clarify, okay, this precept is not speaking about these current times, even though this is a characteristic of Esau, and this is indeed one of his tactics he will use, right? But we understand that this here, Daniel 8:25, is actually speaking of Antiochus Epiphanes, all right, in his particular specific actions. But likewise, in today's times, Esau will do this same thing, okay, to a degree. And let's just read it. Okay, Daniel 8:25 says, and through his, let me see if there's any more. Again, this could make you think it was someone else, right? 8:23, and in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up. But as we see here, right, this is talking about Grecia. It's a classic, man. So Daniel 8:21, as you see, and the rough goat is the king of Grecia, which we know represented Alexander the Great, or Greek, right? When you go to verse 22, it's speaking about how he died and his generals took over after him. And as you continue on, this is speaking about Antiochus Epiphanes, which was back during that time period. So this is just to get some understanding of what we're reading right here. Okay, so now I'm going to continue on into verse, okay, 24, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully and shall prosper in practice, and he shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. Okay, this happened, you know, when he took down the Israelites. Okay, there was a time period which is depicted in the Apocrypha when Antiochus Epiphanes, you know, mightily conquered us, and he, you know, was constraining people to eat swine's flesh, you know, and he, you know, was destroying a lot of people. Yeah, he purposed to call them, okay, let's just get it. I'm not going to go deep. I'm not going to go too deep. Okay. I'll call them Antiochians. I don't know how they spelled it. Maccabees, first Maccabees 1:10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome. And he reigned 130 in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. You know, just a brief history. I'm not trying to, like I said, go too deep. I just want to get the point where it says, boom, 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 and I don't even see it, which I thought it was going to be. Well, this depicts right here, in particular, when he went into the temple and he took all the precious gold and he took everything, right? And I'm not, Salaki, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, it's going all into it. This is a very important to read. And I'm not finding it, right? I don't want to go too deep. Okay, second anyway, it's in there. He wanted to call them Antiochians. And I know I'm spelling it wrong. Right. Oh, let me see. It's Salakia. I can't find it. He purposed to call the people Antiochians. I ain't finding it. I'm not going to go too deep into it. I'm going to try one more time. Nope. I spelled it wrong. Whatever. Can't find it. So anyway, it's in there. Read Maccabees. You'll go into it. He wanted to call the people after his name. So this is what it's talking about. Okay, when he took us down. Now, as we read in Daniel 8:25, it says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Which we know he blasphemed against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He put himself up like he was a god, and he died to a severe illness. This is what it means, broken without hand. We know in these times, Yahushua is going to come back with the chariots and destroy Esau, Edom, okay, the so-called white man, okay? He's going to physically destroy him. That's why the scriptures say, I shall not meet thee as a man, okay? Yahushua is going to come back and, put a foot, a literal, extra, how you want to put it, extraterrestrial, foot up their ass, because he's going to have a physical body. All right. And we shall be changed and become like Yahushua, okay, if we're a part of the elect, Lord willing. All right. So I got a few of these words. Okay. Let's get the first one. This is the word craft, okay, which is shakal. All right. And there's some etymology that I didn't go into before. All right. Wisdom. So let's go back to it. Shakal. Okay. Intelligence, discretion, knowledge, policy, prudence, understanding, wisdom, wise. Okay. He's very wise. Okay. The precept, I'll just quote it because I took a long time on that last one. The scriptures say the heart of every one of them is deep. All right, the mind of Esau is deep, okay? Which, you know what, I might have to get that. The heart is deep. I'll try to keep it simple. Yep, got to get it. Psalm 64:6 says, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. See, Esau searches out iniquities. He studies how to do wickedness, all right? And this devil knows that eventually he's going to push, his goal is to push everybody into a corner. See, he did it with this whole, agenda that's out there, okay, to force you into viewing and spiritually ingesting these debaucherous, lewd activities, and that he's been promoting and making out to be the new thing on the earth, or the it thing to do on the earth. Okay, which is against procreativity, just to give you context of what I'm speaking about, all right? He's gradually done this. And this used to not be widely acceptable, to the point where now, if you're against it, you're against the whole of society. Who set these standards, though? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. That's why Job 9:24 says what? Okay, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right, this earth has been given into the hands of the wicked, okay, and they've covered the number one judge, who was Yahweh Shai. They covered his face with the image of a so-called white man, or a so-called deity known as Serapis Crispus, or Serapis Crispy, okay, and also the artificer, okay, the person who painted the image of Caesar Borgia, okay, they created this likeness that people began to worship, which was a false god, an idol, a deity. All right, which happened during the Renaissance period, with the iconoclasm, where they was painting their images to make them in the likeness of God, right? To make them in the likeness of Yahweh Shai and the Most High and the angels and, the prophets and everything. So they took their finest artists and painted themselves to be these people when they were not these people to begin with, okay? So we understand this devil's going to use, okay, his craft, this shakal. He's going to use his understanding, his prudence, his policy, okay, right? Craft in a bad sense. Prudence, insight. He's using his insight, okay? He's using his insight of, these devils understand some of the prophecies. All right, and they know that the MOTB has to be created and generated, and that's why they're doing it. All right, they know that there has to be something where without this thing you cannot buy or sell. So they're gradually pushing you towards it. Okay, little by little, until eventually, you next thing you know, everybody around you gonna have this thing inside of them, and you're gonna be, you're gonna be the odd man out if you don't take it. All right, right now everybody has this. Everybody more and more is coming out in acceptance and in the joining in of, these certain lewd acts that are against the Most High and against the scriptures, right? So let's go back. Let's go to this next word. Okay, it says cause craft to, let me go back. And through his policy, he shall cause craft. So the first word was policy, shakal, and then the second word is craft. Marama. Okay. Fraud, craft, guile, subtlety, treachery, deceitfully, false, deceit, treachery. All right. So through his guile, his insight, he's going to cause deceit to prosper. And that's what this devil's doing. He's deceiving the whole world. All right. As the scriptures like to go into, and there's many scriptures we could get. We're going to get one that the brother Daniela quoted. Right. 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 9. Verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. See, so it can't be him being destroyed without hand, because he is the hand that will destroy him. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Right, so this devil going to do lying wonders. Okay, not only is it going to be a payment system, but he's going to use these different technologies to link to you and make you, quote unquote, have superpowers. You're going to open the door with your hands. You're going to, so many different things you're going to do. You're going to wave. You're going to think something, and you're going to be able to make it come to fruition as if you have psychic powers. All right. And these devils know, even these Asian devils know, about the powers that the elect will receive. I saw an anime clip on YouTube or whatever earlier, and basically there was this anime that they did where, the guy. Long story short, they verbatim said there's powers that God gives to the elect, and I just thought that was very interesting. That may be a whole separate lesson, but nevertheless, I'm just mentioning it here now that these devils know, okay? And that was them. That was some devil that was some Moabite devil, more than likely some Ammonite Moabite devil, whatever they is out there doing an anime, right? So these devils know certain things, and that's where they get these ideas from, these X-Men and things like that. It's from the elect, okay, having certain powers, which is depicted in the scriptures. So anyway, just want to go into that, man. Destruction by convenience, that's a real thing. The hour of temptation to tempt the whole world is going to come upon the earth, man. And, there's going to be different things dangled in front of your face, and through convenience, there's a lot more to this convenience. It's convenient to go to the store and get a pre-made meal. You know what I'm saying? You can go to a store and get, a pre-made, some type of cold salad. You can go get pre-made dinners with spaghetti and whatever else you want. Meatball and pasta. You want to get a healthy meal, you can go get that. Low carb meal, you can go get pre-packaged vegetables that you ain't have to grow. Drinks, whatever you want to go get at the store, canned meats, and tunas and cereal, whatever you want to buy, man. That also, all right, is putting people in a position to depend on this devil. All right, and even when we went into that word real quick, and I'll end it, subtlety. What is one of the characteristics of Esau Edom is the spiritual descendant of the serpent. Okay, the Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh power had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree that groweth in the garden. Okay, so this devil, he's the ultimate, he's the, what they like to say, he's the, what's that word, personification of subtlety, okay? He should be under the definition. Okay, what they say, when you look up the word in the book, you should see a picture of this man. Esau Edom should be right next to the word subtlety with a picture of a damn snake. All right, and no, there's no such thing as serpent people in the regards that people think you got reptilians, man. Ain't no damn reptilians, man. Okay, that's them damn demons messing with your mind, making you think people walking around with human skin on like Men in Black. Tomorrow, is that better? But meanwhile, they a reptilian. No, bro, that don't make sense. All right? There's a lot of bugged out things in this world. But one thing you can know is that Esau is wise as a serpent, but he ain't harmless as a dove. Okay, and it tells you that in the book of Revelation. I think it's 11. Let's see. I'm going to try to end it here. It's Salakia. I was literally sitting in this other chair falling asleep before I did this lesson, so. Revelation 13, Salakia, in verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, right? So you think that this devil is sweet, soft. Meanwhile, this nigga got a forked tongue. All right? He ready to strike on your ass. Yeah, so I'm going to end it there. You know what I'm saying? Don't be deceived by Esau's tactics, as the scriptures say. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices, meaning Satan's tricks. Okay? We're not going to get tricked. Lord willing, Adawan Ratazah. We won't get tricked, okay, when it comes to this MOTB. And, we'll stay in the spirit, okay? We don't want to worry about the deceitfulness of riches and these different things, that the word become unprofitable, that we get choked out. Okay, and worse come to worse, we end up taking the MOTB. You know, hell no, we don't want that to happen. All right, so we're gonna stay on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, all the one about desire, as I said before. All right, until the chariots come to free us out of here, man. All right. So let not your iniquities weigh you down, nor your sins lift themselves up. Stay focused, get that oil. All right, as the wise version should do. Stay focused on what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai wants you to do. The Lord willing, pray for me. I do the same. As Yahweh Shai prayed for the elect. Lord willing, not be at that number. Lord willing, the same for you and your household. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Salakia, you're sleepy. Call on Yahweh Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. With that, I want to say Shalom, Wa Ba Ba. Shalom.